No one will forget the first few months of 2020 when a global pandemic forever altered our lives. Workplaces, restaurants, movie theaters, and other public gathering places were soon abandoned to stifle the disease. And New York City's Broadway turned off its lights. What did this foretell for animals? And how did the animal welfare world respond? It is no surprise that animal welfare professionals stood and courageously faced the challenges posed by this relentless pandemic. Developing new protocols to keep team members safe and continue helping the community with their pets, shelters employed safety measures enabling continuity of service and care. And if there is something to celebrate from all this mayhem, it is the remarkable collaboration that emerged in the response. This past year resulted in extraordinary collaboration by animal welfare organizations across North America. Amazing new approaches and courageous innovations helped save animals in communities struggling to curb the pandemic. Through communication and outreach, organizations tried unique recipes, explored new paths, and developed fresh perspectives. In partnership with Hill's Pet Nutrition, the Association for Animal Welfare Advancement wanted to celebrate this collaborative spirit. So, we asked organizations to create a short video highlighting how they have creatively and collaboratively responded to the current animal welfare needs in their community. We wanted to know what programs or services they put in place or enhanced. How did the collaboration impact people and animals in their community? Did they work with groups or people they never imagined as partners? Hill's Pet Nutrition generously donated $10,000 to be distributed as $1,000 grants to the first 10 organizations that responded with a qualifying video. We were elated to have more than 35 organizations submit videos. With all the stress and uncertainty of 2020, these stories of collaboration remind us. Although we can make a difference as individuals, it is together that we make change. In the words of Mary McLeod Bethune, the progress of the world will call for the best that all of us have to give. Please join us in celebrating collaboration, and let's keep working together in 2021 and beyond. Congratulations to these 10 organizations who are recipients of a $1,000 grant courtesy of Hill's Pet Nutrition.
2020 certainly brought new challenges, but in the face of a pandemic, we saw an entire community of animal lovers pull together. Foster heroes turned out in droves, and through our curbside foster pickup, more than 3,300 AHS pets went into homes during the pandemic, each one waiting less than 3 days to get placed. And orphan kittens were saved by the hundreds as our rescue partners increased their intake by 64%. Community members cared in place for another 527 kittens, while 1,300 others grew up in our bottle baby ICU. And together with our partners, Project Reach Out allowed us to transfer in 1,000 more pets. Puppies like these from the Navajo Nation, which was hit hard by COVID-19. 2020 forced us to change the way we do things, but not why we do them. And our virtual matchmaker adoption by appointment program saw phenomenal decreases in both returns and the length of stay for our pets. Through it all, our rescue and medical teams never stopped. And when valuable PPE was running low, our partners at the Maricopa County Department of Emergency Management donated 10,000 gowns to AHS. Together, we overcame every challenge, proving once and for all, when the going gets tough, we stick together. For them.
Dakin Humane Society's existing pet food aid program has expanded during the COVID-19 pandemic to reach further into our communities and respond to the increased need. During these very challenging times, keeping pets and people together is more important than ever. Dakin's pet food aid program was quickly modified to become a contactless drive-through at Dakin's Springfield Animal Resource Center and other community locations. We've partnered with the Gray House of Springfield as well as Greenfield's fire and police departments to offer these pop-up drive-thrus where they're needed most. In 2020 alone, over 80,000 pounds of pet food have been dispersed to help keep families together. That's nearly 800,000 meals. The generosity of our supporters has allowed Dakin to reach further and continue operating critically needed programs like pet food aid, emergency animal care, and curbside vaccine clinics.
Hello, my name is Renee Vasquez, and I am the director at Fort Bend County Animal Services, and I wanted to talk about a few of the cool programs that we recently have put in place. One being our curbside. People would come by, and instead of coming into the shelter, we would be able to bring animals to them, or they could be on the outside of the shelter where we were still reuniting and doing a lot of fosters. Another program was named Dog Dash. We knew that we were not going to be picking up as many animals, so instead we had our animal control officers actually delivering animals and introducing animals to people's homes and people's pets out in the field. In 1 week, we probably did over 100 fosters, and probably 90% of those animals were adopted into loving homes. Of course, we couldn't have done it without the support of all of our friends, such as Austin Pets Alive, Best Friends, Adopt a Pet, Maddie's Fund, Petco Foundation, Pet Finder, and Houston Pet Set. Thank you.
Hi, we are here today at our last vaccine clinic. We are out here providing wellness care to the community. I'm here with this little guy, Scrappy, who is here today to get his vaccinations. And this is what it's all about, getting out into the community, meeting our neighbors, helping pets and people. It is the Maryland SPCA's mission, and we are so excited to be able to do that.
This is a great thing that the SPCA is doing today, because here in the Northwest Baltimore area, you want to see the poorest part of the city. A lot of pet parents don't have the means or the opportunity to take their pets to the vet. Some of them don't even know that they should be vaccinated and things like that. So this is a good idea that you guys are doing, and I really appreciate it.
And we wouldn't be able to do it without help from our partners. This is a completely grant-funded vaccination clinic series. Huge thank you to PetSmart Charities, who without, we wouldn't be able to do this.
Every Wednesday and Saturday, we put out food for the community.
So I'm out here in our brand new warehouse that was provided to us by an amazing organization called Prologus. We are accepting 26 pallets of pet supplies from Greater Good.
Pet food is an incredible need in the community right now. People have lost their jobs, and we want to keep them from having to make really hard decisions, like possibly giving up their pet.
Welcome to the North Minneapolis Pet Resource Center, located in the Weber-Camden neighborhood of North Minneapolis, Minnesota. Our Pet Resource Center is here to help those with pets in North Minneapolis. Our neighbors are able to visit our resource center once a month to pick up pet food and supplies, but they can always contact one of our advocates if they have any questions or concerns about their pets at home. Our goal is to provide resources that are oftentimes lacking in our community to pet owners to make sure that they do not surrender their pets due to lack of resources. We utilize a human service model here at our Pet Resource Center. Now, our center did not always look like this. During the pandemic, we utilized this time to remodel, but as you know, Minneapolis faced their own civil unrest after the murder of George Floyd. During this time, we utilized our Pet Resource Center as a human distribution center, so we were able to provide not only pet food, but also human supplies to those in need. In North Minneapolis, we lost all of our grocery stores except one. During this time, we were able to help over 250,000 humans and over 700 pets. During this time, we were able to utilize community distribution efforts to not only support those that were coming to our Pet Resource Center, but also Minneapolis Animal Care and Control and the McKinley neighborhood with helping out with their community distribution pop-ups. We supplied pet supplies to those across the city who needed it most, and we were able to make sure that we could feed pets throughout the community. We also have our pet wellness clinics, where we've helped over 200 pets so far this year. We offer delivery services for those that are homebound, and this is a picture of our storage facility. We've been able to utilize this to make sure we have food, and of course, our services that we offer here. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nicole Stirk from Sixa Pet Adoption and Wellness Center here in Dayton, Ohio. Throughout this pandemic, the Sixa Help Center, through the generosity and support of CareSource and PNC, has helped support our community through 4,522 personal contacts for resources, behavior, and veterinary support. This resulted in diverting 503 animals from coming into care. In addition, the National Guard helped Sixa get 3 pallets of food to the Dayton Food Bank and Senior Resource Connection to help seniors and families affected by COVID financially get and gain access to food and supplies during this unprecedented time. Sixa has also partnered with hospitals, homeless shelters, and rehab centers to provide temporary safe pets homes to 14 clients who didn't have resources for their animals during this time of crisis, but wanted to keep their furry friends in their home. Thank you for the opportunity to share our story.
At Toronto Humane Society in Toronto, Ontario, we've creatively and collaboratively responded to the COVID-19 pandemic. Here's how. We began offering telemedicine veterinary wellness appointments to aid in physical distancing. We also made telemedicine available to other animal shelters in Ontario, so our expert veterinarians can answer their questions and offer advice. We made sure over 200 animals were in the loving homes of our volunteer foster parents, and not in our shelter, where we have fewer staff due to physical distancing. We launched the Pet Parent Support Network to help pet guardians find alternatives to surrender, whether that's through our training services to help with behavior challenges or our urgent foster care program to provide a temporary home. We ramped up our pet food bank, sending over 7,000 bags of pet food in April and May to our community partner organizations for distribution to families in need. Just some of our partners include the Daily Bread Food Bank, Toronto People with AIDS, Toronto Street Cats, the Humane Society of Durham Region, and Six Nations Animal Control. At THS, we're working with the community to find creative solutions and improve outcomes for all animals, and no pandemic is going to stop us.
for our little shelter. When we got the shelter in place order back in March, we all but broke down. We had no idea what we were gonna do to save all of these animals that are trying to find their homes. But we ended up getting really lucky. So we had already made a deal, we talked with TLC Animal Care Dr. Andy to set up a plan to get space and neuters. We were looking for a more affordable clinic that could work with our schedules. And she was able to kind of work her schedule around ours. So we paired with her. In a short amount of time, we have busted about 6 hoarding cases so far and are just looking to get more and more throughout the year. She has personally done 284 kitten spays and neuters for us, and she has done 22 rat spays, just of our personal animals. This year alone, and it's only October 29th today, we have had 615 adoptions happen through our shelter. Compared to other years, the next highest year total was still 57 less than we've done this year, so just under 600. And so we've already broken that record, and we still have 2 full months left to do adoptions. We're really optimistic that with her help and with just the help of our community around us, that we'll be able to do so many more and save so many more lives. Thanks to our collaboration with TLC, we've been able to help so many lives, and we can't wait to help more.